Hello, everyone. Welcome back to episode 3 of Rebel with a Camera. I'm your host, R.L. Scott, and I am incredibly excited to share what I would consider a somewhat of a cheat code if you're just beginning in cinematography and you want to train your eye. This is a secret tip that I received many years ago from one of my mentors, and it certainly helped to train my eye and help me to create more cinematically composed images. It's good to study the rule of thirds, but this tip will also help you to sort of get your cinema IQ up quickly. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, the first thing you need to do is go to, there are two assets. There are two websites that have different frames from big Hollywood movies. One of them is called Shot Deck. But my favorite is Film Grab. And so the goal here is to go to these sites. For instance, you go to Film Grab and you want to take a list of the most popular shots, close up, over the shoulder shot, wide shot, two shot, that sort of thing. And you want to download examples of those shots from movies. So my goal usually with this particular approach is to download films with a budget of at least $100 million. Now, the reason you want to do that, it seems strange, but the reason you want to do that, you want to stick to films that are 100 million or more, is because they can actually afford to hire the top cinematographers on the planet. People like Roger Deakins, Larry Fong, and so on. And so you want to pick some examples of those different frames. And you want to download those into your phone, or essentially save them into your phone. So when you're on set, you want to set up your camera, whatever camera you're using at the time. You want to set it up on your tripod. And let's say you have a simple setup, 2 actors in a room having a discussion. So let's say this particular shot you're setting up at the time is an over-the-shoulder shot, right? What you want to do is go ahead and set up your camera and compose that shot the way you think it should look, the way you think it should be framed. Once you've done that, you want to take your cell phone. You want to go to those saved images. In this case, an over-the-shoulder shot. You want to go to a saved image of an over-the-shoulder shot. Turn your phone in landscape mode. And now you want to take your phone and place it right next to that frame. Whatever monitor you're using on your camera, you want to put that cell phone right next to that frame on your monitor, and then you want to adjust your frame and your camera to fit the composition of that still. So what you're effectively doing is you're training your eye. You're training yourself to understand when a shot, at least from a framing perspective, we're not getting into lighting yet, or anything of that nature, but just from a purely compositional standpoint, what you're doing is you're teaching your eye, you're training your eye to frame in a more cinematic way. You're training your eye to frame similar to those stills that you have pulled up on your cell phone. And the cell phone is great. It's a great tool for this because, you carry it everywhere, and you want to keep that sort of catalog of composed shots in your phone, in your pocket at all times, so that when you're on set and you're composing these shots, once you've sort of composed the shot the way you feel it should be, you place the actors where you think they should be, then you're able to sort of check it against those frames that you've saved, and you can sort of adjust accordingly, adjust the frame, adjust the actors, and so on. And what's going to happen over time is this is going to quickly begin to train your eye to look for essentially what is more aesthetically pleasing from a composition standpoint. You're going to train your eye very quickly. This is a technique that I used just starting out. Only the difference is when I started out, cell phones weren't they weren't on that level. I actually started very young, and so we didn't have smartphones yet. So I actually used a 5-ring binder, and I had to Google those still images, and print them out at a local library, and then cut them, glue them in to my binder, my 5-ring binder, and I had to carry that thing around. But luckily, techniques have evolved. Everything is easier now and more convenient. And so, give this a try. It really, really helped me a lot to sort of just get that initial DNA in my bones, to be able to recognize proper composition and what feels right, what feels cinematic, and composition is a huge part of that. You want to have a great location, you want to have, great actors, in wardrobe, great lighting, great sound, but composition is a huge part of that. And as somebody who is an independent content creator, it's very important to understand how to frame your subjects. And, in future episodes, we'll get into lighting and sound and, distribution and post and all those other things. But I wanted to share this with you guys, this tip, this slight cheat code for anyone who's either struggling with composition or who's somewhat new to composition and new to filming and that sort of thing, who wants to sort of dive right in and sort of begin to train their eye and teach their eye a little bit more. So I hope that this tip helps you. I hope that you can take this and apply it and see much better results. And thank you guys for tuning in today. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more of these really cool tips. I've got a lot to share with you guys, and I'm really, really excited to share years and years of knowledge that I've been able to accrue and get it out there. Knowledge is power, but it's only powerful when you're able to share it. And I'm incredibly happy and excited to be able to share these things with you guys. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will talk to you on the next episode. Peace.